Welcome to SEMA 2024. This is my first year coming. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button. We have a lot of cool videos on the channel, so if you like doing off-roading, builds, parts, pieces, accessories, everything, hit that subscribe button, follow us, and let's go on an adventure together. Let's check out SEMA. We found the Steer Smart Jeep. I've seen this thing all over the Facebook posts and everything. It's pretty cool to see it in person. What are we doing, Kevin?
We're walking at SEMA.
Walking at SEMA. We're basically just working out. That's all we're doing.
Yeah. People say, oh, it'd be so fun to go to SEMA. That sounds so great. It's a little bit more work than you would think.
It is a workout. A walk around beer? That's not a horrible thing to look at.
Not yet.
It's still early. Still early. That's not a bad looking gun either. It's a X2. This isn't our thing. For some people, but not for us. Look at this pinion angle.
Okay, this is our adapter for a 3.6 liter Pentastar engine. These systems drain out in about 35 minutes. So we replace the stock cartridge filter with our adapter that takes a spin-on filter. And we can keep the filter and the system up above, all the way back down to the pump, loaded with oil. Without it, it completely drains back. 3.5 seconds to get oil pressure to the left head. We cut that time down to 1.5 seconds. Get our Baxter adapter today.
Perfect. And then what does it cause if you don't have something like this? What can it cause to the engine? What starts happening?
Excessive cam wear lobe on the high lift cam, because unlike the lifter running on rollers, when the engine is in normal operation, it runs against a solid surface and it causes excessive wear at startup on this cam lobe. This one is a 1/16 of an inch wear, and this engine only had 43,000 miles out of a 2018 Jeep.
Perfect.
Yes. I'm definitely. There you go.
Skyjacker's timeline here started in 1973. Pitman arm. They made a drop Pitman. That's funny. Bear. Oh, these are all the old parts from that time frame. Four-wheeler. Welcome back to day 2 here at SEMA. We're in Las Vegas, attending the 2024 SEMA show. We got the convention center behind me. We're just getting started here on day 2. It's about 8:45-ish in the morning. They open the gates at 9 for people to come in. So we are excited to get you some more SEMA content. Make sure you stick around. We got a lot of cool things that we're gonna see. Let's get to it. The Overland Vehicle Systems does have a lot of tents, which is kind of cool. We haven't had any of the tents in the store yet. They open up into the smart cap, which is kind of cool. Rack systems, tents. These tents are kind of nice. Memory foam, storage up top, which is cool. Oh, shower option. Yep, here they are. 10K. They got steel synthetic. That's 12K. We sell a lot of these. These are new. We just got a couple of these in the store. Air down system. 20K. What the heck? That might be something to look at. 20K. Huh. Overland vehicle system 270 awning, I assume. I like this, where you can climb up into your bed from underneath. That's pretty neat. Getting out seems like it'll be complicated though. Overland vehicle systems. They are pretty cool. Hopefully, maybe we'll see if Leon's here. Leon's our guy, as Kevin would say. Look at this cool thing. Selling lights. The Jeep is selling itself. It's found Rhino USA. Another big dealer. We carry a lot of their products. Oh, I didn't know they had hitches.
Yeah, of course. And they're literally, like, you can see their sign right above it. Right.
We have a lot of this stuff. Tie-down straps are super popular. A lot of people like those. Check out this really cool looking build. Little buggy looking thing. We're in the Real Truck booth. Real Truck has a lot of different parts and pieces and accessories like running boards, like cargo racks, headache racks. Gladiator. These are actually really nice. Super lift on there. Havoc. Oh, this thing's cool.
That's fancy, expensive.
It's got the release down here. Open that up, swing it out, and has the retention pin back there. And actually, I believe it goes out a little bit further. Goes out one more.
Oh, I swear.
It's like, in case you do want, and it does have a retention pin there as well. So two settings. Of course, it has the recovery hooks. It also does have the backup camera relocation kit, so you can still use that. You know, albeit be a little bit limited, but at least it's still usable. Right, we do make a shorter version, so you could just mount it to the rear. Yeah. So that does exist.
Okay.
Just for the show, we have the full size rack. All the lights mounted on top. These are, I believe, Go Rhino tube doors. Of course, we have regular ridge tube doors. It's going to be similar to what we have on the Bronco over here. I believe these are Go Rhino Dominator side steps. What's nice about this Thunderbird, we do the Go Rhino stuff. But what's nice about this application is you can actually get like a frame mounted one, so it can become a fully functional rock slider. For your more hardcore guys, right? These are actually Go Rhino lights. These are really new. We launched our Explore lighting series. Honestly, it's a full catalog of lights. This is just one example. Plus it features the DRL around the outside of it, which is kind of a nice touch. Speaking of lights, I forgot to mention, do you guys work on Broncos? A little bit.
We're getting more into it.
So, I don't know if you guys are aware, but Havoc is our Bronco-specific brand. And so that's everything for a Bronco, from tube doors to, you know, sliders and steps, front and rear bumpers, fender flares, top. So that top is actually brand new. The cool part about it is we now offer it in tan. It's kind of a nice contrast, especially if you got a blue Bronco like you see here. And then we also just launched these lights. So these lights are meant to mimic like the headlight of the Bronco, where it has the LED strip going through the middle of it. It's a spotlight. I want to say it puts out about like 4,000 lumens, so it's a very bright light. But that, you know, the surrounding is a DRL and the light. We'll say it looks really sharp. So it is wireless, which is nice. You know, just hold that button, turn it on. This is also a load indicator, which is a pretty cool feature. So, you know, if you're inside the Jeep winching, you don't have to be outside looking at the light to see, you know, where it's at, right? So that'll show you right there. This also is magnetic, so, you know, if you do need to go, you know, pull a cable and all that, stick it on there, stick it wherever, and then come back, grab it. Kind of a cool feature.
We have a large call for remotes because people lose them all the time.
I can see that happening, yeah. Keep this in the glove box or something, don't lose them, right? But yeah, so kind of cool. Cool remote. In terms of Jeep stuff, that's about it. No better stuff. It's in the low mount.
Keep them in stock.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it sells very well for regulars, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Plus, it's nice, it's clean.
Do they have them for the diesels yet, or the Mojaves?
No. I believe, well, I think the diesel intake is on the other side, isn't it?
I don't even know.
I know for sure 392s, I think, are on that side, and I want to say diesel's the same.
And then the Mojave is different, too.
Because of the hood or whatever, right? Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't think it's compatible with Honda.
We found Weston Champlin. Redneck Science.
He's ready to party. All right, brother, show us what you got.
Ball joints for almost every application that we have steering for. So most 4x4 applications we've got ball joints. That's our JK ball joint there. So SE 1045 housing, chromoly ball stud with an induction heat treatment. OE had the nylon bearing inside. We used carbon bearings top and bottom. These are 240 a set? Yeah, 240 for a set of 4.
Really?
Yeah. So most of our ball joints are priced right around 240 for a set of 4. So you know, very, and they still have lifetime warranty.
We had a cool one.
Yeah.
The guy came in, I was sitting there drinking coffee one day. He's been bugging me about buying it. I wouldn't take less than $7 grand for this thing, no way. And he came in, he threw the box.
Good morning. Welcome to day 3 here at SEMA. We are walking around, checking some stuff out. Today we're going to start in the central hall. We have some business to take care of. We want to get to the SEMA data people to maybe get hooked up with all the data to hook into our website. That's going to be a little bit of a project, but we need to get that info from them. We're going to walk around Central Hall a little bit. We have a couple vendors in there that we're going to be working with, and we want to get hooked up with them. So we're going to go check some stuff out. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. We're having a lot of fun out here. I just met the No Way guy out here. He's out here. I've seen Light Bright Nation. I've seen Mischief Maker. I've seen the Peck Brothers. I've seen Redneck Science. I've seen a bunch of cool people out here. I got to meet some of them. Let them know that if they come to Alaska, they got a place to stay, and we got some wheeling to do if they come. So let's get to it. Let's see what we can find today.
That helps with the traction, and of course that helps with the styling, making this the ultimate beach cruiser. The color is called Cobalt Blue Metallic, and the waves are finished off in electric. That is the TRD Surf concept, but I want to point out a couple other don't misses in our display. Further down, you're going to see our 94 Toyota Drift truck. That is a must-see. And further down past that, we have the Land Cruiser Rocks. It is also an open-air concept vehicle that you're going to want to see. And at the very end of our display, we have the Superbird. That is a tribute vehicle in celebration of our newest Toyota ambassador, Richard Petty. Thanks for joining me here at the Toyota display.
Oh man, look at these trucks. Oh, that's cool. That's one heck of a semi truck. Look at them painting in the back room. That's cool.
The range of our system. Our system can go anywhere from here to this, 250 times a second, based off of driver input and chassis. And the way our system does that is we have an ECU that integrates with the vehicle's ECU to get feedback. How much braking is someone doing? How much turning is someone doing? How much throttle is someone doing? What speed are you going? Because we need to control that with shocks differently, right?
Yeah.
And so our system works with the OEM. We also have a 6-axis inertia control module that detects what the chassis is doing. How much roll is the chassis doing? How much pitch does the chassis have? And so our system works with that as well as driver input to adjust the shocks 250 times a second to make sure you're getting the most, as close to perfect ride as you can. With our dynamic sway-by link, you have the ability to unlock and keep like that, and you have the ability to lock it, but we also have an auto feature to work with our shock system. What this does is primarily keeps it where it's in a unlocked state as you're driving. But let's say you turn the wheel real stiff and you have a heavy vehicle movement, you want to control that and then go back to unlock, right? So what it does is it'll keep unlocked and it'll control that movement and then go back to its unlocked state.
Will it lock mid-stroke? Or does it have to fully
Nope.
extend to
If
relax?
it's here, it can
Wow,
lock.
okay, that's
and
very
then
cool.
it'll go back to an unlock.
So if you're like side hilling or something, you know, and start getting that roll movement, the auto detect should lock that and prevent it from going even further and causing that roll. Time to head over to the Bubba rope booth. They're doing a raffle for a red, white, and blue Bubba rope. I want to win that. I need a new Bubba rope anyway. I've had mine for like 10 years, pulling people out on the back of my Jeep. So time for me to upgrade. Good save.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Number
9262.
Next.
9262.
9269.
Come on.
As you see him start to take it off.
We're in the overland section. A lot of overland vehicles around here. What's even cooler though is over here I found Matt from Bleepin' Jeep. And the Onyx Build Challenge vehicles are all over here. The Holy Grail. They went wheeling on all these rigs. Wow, that's really clean actually. That's awesome. I told Matt if they ever come to Alaska, we'll have to show them around. Rad. Rudy's Adventure and Design. Actually a really cool build. Although his diff breather is not hooked up. Robbie Layton. Fab Rats. I would like to meet them too. One day we'll be out there with them. That'd be pretty cool. Probably the coolest thing about SEMA so far is meeting all these names that you see on YouTube all the time. I mean, I grew up, I mean, Matt is probably the biggest inspiration for me to get in the garage, get projects done, learn, and all of that. So if it wasn't for him, probably wouldn't be as interested in this stuff and doing the things that I'm doing now. So because of him, yeah, that's why I'm doing a lot of the things I'm doing, trying to follow in those footsteps. Super cool to be around all these people and interact with them. They got the drifts going on over here. We're outside the West Hall at the convention center and just checking out everything they got going on. We got all the overland vehicles here. I'm gonna go over here and check these vehicles out. I don't know what that is. Texas Tractor Country. That's not a Jeep, but they're doing their best. Look at these little things. $34,000 for this little guy. I've seen these actually. Cool little paint job on there. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a 2.7.
What's going on over here? wrap up day 3 here at SEMA. We got one more day. Friday is going to be the day. We got a lot of cool stuff going on tomorrow. We're supposed to go see Adam's Drive Shaft. I don't know if we'll make it over there or not. A lot of drifting going on, it seems like, but it's definitely fun and exciting, which is pretty cool. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. This is going to end day 3. We'll see you guys tomorrow on day 4. See you later. Welcome to day 4, the final day of SEMA here in Las Vegas. We're going to try to hit our last few vendors that we haven't seen yet. It's been one heck of a show so far. I've learned a lot. I've seen a lot of vendors. I've met a lot of people. And it's just awesome here. It is what you make it though. I really enjoy it. All right, let's see what we get into today. Here in the, we're outside the South Hall. They have a lot of the big trucks out here. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's actually really cool.
One way or the other, depending on which axle throws. I've broken this axle here already. I did that on the dyno.
Oh, yeah, okay.
First time. Put it on the
6-wheel
dyno.
drive, all axle turns, all wheel turning. I don't know how. What is this pink thing? Bronco? Jeez. This is a pretty cool looking Toyota. Ooh, some King shocks out back. C4, we can get you these C4 bumpers. That's actually a really cool looking C4 bumper. Make sure you leave a comment and let us know which vehicle you saw that was your favorite. If you didn't like any of them, that's fine. Leave a comment, let us know you didn't like any of them. But if there was one specific one that stood out to you, make sure you let us know. We're here with Brian over at the Holly booth. He's gonna go through some stuff with us. Let's check it out.
Cool. So what we have here is our ADF suspension setup. We do a tubular 188 wall DOM TIG welded heavy duty ball joint control arm with an acetyl copolymer bushings, very, very close to a Delrin. It's a little bit more malleable, so it reduces that MVH. For the billet side, we use an 1¼ inch uniball. Both are using an O-ring sealed dust cover. We don't sell this as an extra item. This comes included with the kits, unlike some of our competitors. And all machine billet sleeves. And then for both of these units, what we have on display is our direct fit race 2.5 clicker head adjuster shock. So the clicker heads in these have a 9-port high flow piston, just the same as the 9-port high flow piston that's inside of the body. So when you're adjusting this, you're adjusting the rebound and compression, and you can actually tune that. So this clicker head actually works somewhat as a bypass in reality. Moving on to our more entry-level product is the 2.5 Mesa IFP. Same piston that's inside of this. The only difference is the deck height of this piston is a little bit shorter because we wanted to cram as much oil inside of this thing as we can. Architecturally, they're built off of the same bones. The only difference between this and this is we use a clear zinc after we do the ceramic coating. This is a full Cerakote. And the reason why is we feel that the IFP is going to be used in more harsher conditions, everyday driving, so on and so forth. So we want it to be more resistant to corrosion. So same thing guys are coating their, M4s with and everything else. Is the same treatment we use here.
These systems, you have them for a Bronco, Toyota,
Correct.
Chevy?
Yes, Bronco, Toyota, new Tacoma, 4Runner, previous generation Tacoma, and then with that, when we're talking about Tacomas and 4Runners, we have this configuration, 600-pound spring, 650, 700. You can order it off the shelf, black Cerakote or the clear. We do it 3.0. We do a long travel, all with adjuster and without adjuster. Rear, we have piggyback, remote, clicker, adjuster, non-adjuster, and 4-tube bypass bolt-on for the rear as well.
Very cool.
Everything that we do is made in the United States, Tucson, Arizona. We have short lead times because we control our manufacturing. Everything's done in-house. And we can walk over to the 24 if we want to check some of that out as well.
Yeah, check that out.
So this is our 2024 Toyota Tacoma project truck. This is our R&D vehicle. I've got about 5,000 miles on it. We actually do have an off-road short course that we own, that we test on. So I've personally beaten the brains out of this truck and it's performed very well. I'm very impressed with how it's handled. So what we've done as far as treatment here is 6061 build aluminum control arm. We don't do a Heim joint pivot, and the reason why we don't do Heim joint pivots off of the control arm pivot is because we want the installer to be able to install it and utilize the factory cams. Instead of adjusting a Heim, pulling it off, putting it back on, pulling it off, putting it on, you know, we don't want to have people with a $700 alignment bill. Right. So, same as what we were talking about earlier, this is an 1.25 inch uniball on here. This is 2.5 direct fit race, 9-port high flow piston, Sandvik valves. All of our shocks are vacuum bled. So we use proprietary seals so they're temperature stable, positive and negative. Moving on to the bare brake, that's a 6T bare brake. What we did with the 6T is we went to an ear mount, drilled and slotted. So we have the same braking clamp force as we do with our larger brake rotors, but being that we did an ear mount with a low profile 6 piston, we're able to retain the 17-inch wheel because we know that off-roaders want a 17. If we walk down further down here, take a look in the reflection. We're very proud of our new Flowmaster Premium Stainless Signature Series exhaust, 304, made in the United States, hand TIG welded. For the rear of the vehicle, 6061 upper and lower control arms, 1.25 inch Heim joint, same acetyl copolymer bushings as what we were talking about on the arms over there. For the rear of this one is 2.5 clicker head adjuster, 2.5 non-clicker head, 2.5 IFP, and then we have a 6061 billet panhard bar as well.
Beautiful. Man, what a day we had here at SEMA. Oh. We were running around everywhere talking to all of our vendors. We kept remembering people that we needed to go see and talk to, and I didn't get much video after the last thing you guys saw. It's just been busy, hectic. It's fun. We're here at SEMA. We're doing SEMA stuff, but we're also kind of working because we're trying to make sure we meet and talk to all of our different vendors. We have so many different vendors that we sell products for through the store that we just have to get around and talk to everybody. So the video might not have all the fine details, everything, but you guys really get to see kind of what it's like to interact and be in SEMA, and what it's like to be an owner, operator, or an employee for a store, to go talk to the vendors and the products and everything that they have to sell. And it's all about relationships, building the relationships and networking with people so that we make sure we get the best deal, we get the best support, so that we can get the customers that come to us for the products the best service. So I hope you guys enjoyed our SEMA video. Today's the last day. It's Friday. We might have some other little things going on, but otherwise we'll see you guys on the next adventure.